Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put on some of our nitrile gloves. Got these relatively inexpensively on Amazon, so I'll put a link in the description below where you can find links to everything that I'm using if you are interested. They are affiliate links at no extra cost to you, but it does help the channel. So I'm gonna put my gloves on. And inside here, we've just got our 70% isopropyl alcohol. And we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna spray the bottom first. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and spray the inside of the monotub as well. Set that on here. We will spray the outside very lightly. And we're going to go ahead and let that dry, and we'll get back to it. Okay, so you get some little air patches. We're going to go ahead and start with the larger ones and cover the 5 larger holes because we have the fan installed on the one side. Now these are coming off a little awkwardly. All right, and for us, because we have the fan and the Myco mister, we need to make a 1-inch slit on the end here that will allow the sensor for the humidifier. And so we're going to use our knife. We're going to spray this with alcohol. And we'll go ahead and make that slit. All right, we got our slit made. We're gonna go ahead and set this down. We're gonna go ahead and take this into our tent. So stay tuned. All right, anything going inside the tub needs to be sanitized. Do not spray your sensor directly with your solution. So use a paper towel. Wipe that down. And then we're going to feed that in through that hole that we made. Maybe. Okay, so the next thing is going to be to prepare our fruiting blocks to put in here. And this is acting as kind of like a still box because it's inside an enclosure, which is inside the room, which is inside the house, of course. So we do have AC, especially in this particular room because the AC unit is directly behind me. I'm sure you can probably hear it. So that's why I'm using a grow tent instead of leaving this out on the counter. Because when I close these doors, I have clear flaps that I can leave open that will prevent any dust and movement in here. So we're gonna start the block prep and put them in. All right, so we skipped some steps. I went ahead and pulled the bags back out of the boxes. Got them cut open, misted them one time, put them into the tub, and I came across some other issues. These little clips that come with your tub, at least mine, weren't clipping very well. So I had to kind of work with it a little bit and get it to adjust. It finally snapped on there. All right, so we got our fan set up, plugged in, got our humidifier down there, half a tank of water, plugged in, and that is filtered water. We use a 0 filter, so hopefully that water is good enough for that instead of buying distilled water every time. Got all of our patches on there. I have a sensor here that is for the inside of the tent. That will tell me what the humidity and temperature is inside and outside the tent. And then I've got a secondary one I'm going to put in here as well. I probably should have put that inside the bin. But all about precautions. Especially since this is in my office. I don't need any humidity filling up my office. I have another sensor across the way. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing fired up. Stay tuned. Okay, so we got the humidifier going. We're gonna put it on its lowest setting. And we'll see how that goes, and we'll increase it as we go from there. Right now you can see that the humidity is at 90%. That will drop. And you can see the mist in there. The fan is off at the moment. It is set to cycle for 30 minutes every 4 hours, just as an experiment. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mark my log. I'm going to go ahead and label these as well so I know which one's which. We've got the lined main here, the blue oyster there. That's for my records. And I'll probably put some blue tape or something here that indicates which one is which. I don't like putting markings right on the bags because it always ends up smearing and whatnot and getting in the way. So yeah, and then I've got a logbook that I use to monitor the humidity, the temperatures, and all that kind of stuff. So I may put a link to that in the description below if you're interested. All right, here we go. Stay tuned.